3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Pilou. I'm the composer for Not Okay, and you are in Saint-Adrien, Quebec, in the countryside, in the middle of nowhere. So this place is special. It's a 100 years old church that was converted into studio space. We'll show you around. This is the church, the old church we converted into a recording facility. So we have the control room in the back there and the big live room where we recorded the choirs and the strings for the film, and this good old haunted piano that plays by itself. I started making music when I was a kid. Literally when I was 3 years old, I was playing the piano all the time, and piano, violin, all of this. I kept making music throughout my youth, had punk bands, had blues bands, was playing in big bands. When I studied classical double bass at the Conservatory in Montreal and orchestra conducting, when I finished school, I knew I wanted to create, to compose, so I became a music producer and I started building studios 20 years ago. And from there, I started making films for friends who were in school, in film school, started doing music for advertisement, and then I had the chance to be the assistant to Benoit Charret, who's a famous Canadian composer, and by being his assistant, I learned a lot about, film scoring and about managing all of this journey that is composing a score. I got involved with the film Not Okay when Quinn contacted me and told me about this script she had just written. From the get-go, I was really captivated by the story and by Quinn's idea for this film. We have this sort of musical chemistry where she's going to think of something while I'm thinking of something, and then we're going to look at each other and go, this! And it's where it happens. It's the magic of this synchronicity we have. And my collaboration with her, as always, was very symbiotic, and it's always super organic and natural how we collaborate together. Quinn has a very, very good idea of what she wants and what she doesn't want, and it's really clear. I really got inspired by this concept that the music would be kind of a choir of people responding to her social media. So the idea that the music is kind of like her little evil voice in her mind, and also the mob, like the crowd talking to her through her cell phone. That's when I got the idea to use choirs and to use vocal music a lot, as well as French dialogues. It was a fun concept and fun idea, and I think it turned out to be a cool element in the film. So this cue here is a good example of the use of French lyrics in the score. Every time Danny has a really bad idea, the score says the opposite. It says, good idea. Like it's the evil voice in her head saying, it's a really good idea. If I had to describe the soundtrack in a couple words, I would say fresh, fun, sassy, and vocal. I have to say that we've had the chance to collaborate with great artists from abroad. It was actually the first big project we recorded in the studio, and we were really happy to have the whole post-production crew come over and listen to recording week and be part of this, because making a film is about, you know, building a family also. It's a creative family. So we had a very good time recording with the musicians that came out here, string quartet, the choir, the guys from Quartz. It was a really good week, and it was fun to see, you know, with the situation from the past years, you know, everybody come together and be able to spend a moment out here in the countryside to record the score for the film. So yeah, it was a really cool process.